Marine Corps is a great organization. I chose the Marine Corps because it was hard. I chose to be in the Marine Corps. My son, Braxton, did not.
I love that my dad's a Marine because we're more used to uncomfortable and adapting. Being a military kid is difficult sometimes. It would be nice to settle down somewhere, you know?
Being a military kid, I mean, you're a normal teenager, but you deal with some extra challenges. For me, that was the case. I moved, I think, 10 times before I graduated high school. I had my dad deployed 5 times growing up. I think the hardest thing about being a military kid is feeling like you're alone in that.
I think as a military child, that's where Club Beyond can be a part of that by fulfilling some of the needs that come with being in a circumstance that you didn't choose.
Club Beyond provides youth ministry to military families and their kids.
It's a missionary organization in my mind where it's outreach to young kids who perhaps can't be met in some other way.
We're all about building relationships with kids, meeting kids where they're at, going to the high schools, being at sporting event. If there's a play going on, we want to be there.
I first heard about Club Beyond when we got here. First time I met Logan, I was at Club Beyond. I walked in, I'd never been before. First person who ran up, he's like, "Hey, are you new?" was Logan. I had enjoyed being around him right away.
Braxton is probably the most unique kid I've ever met. He loves going bowling. He's super into magic. We'll play video games together. He's just a super fun kid to be around.
I've known Logan for 3 years now. Logan's a great friend because he can lead us, but also relate to us on a personal level. Help us with things that we may be going through.
When we meet a kid in the military community, we only get 2 to 3 years with them. And so Club Beyond can be a safety net in the sense that it's on different installations, different bases. And so that's really great that we can provide that constant in a life in a world that there's not a lot of constant in.
I think having adults like Logan, Hannah, and the other leaders is just great because we know that no matter what, they're not gonna go and brush us off.
For me, I can think back to my difficulties and my challenges of being a military kid, because I felt really alone at times. And so I want Braxton to know that there will always be people there for him, and most importantly, that he's loved not only by me or his parents, but I mean by God, the creator of the universe, who created everything, looks at him and says, "I love you, and I want the best for you."
I think Club Beyond should be on every base. I think it should be a requirement.
We're talking about giving a kid a chance to encounter Jesus and go from death to life. And so whether that takes going into the high school during lunch and feeling uncomfortable sometimes, or raising money to be here, I mean, we're gonna do that so that we make sure that they're not missing that opportunity.